Hey everyone, Rob here from Dudes and Dogs. Hope you are well. Down at this beautiful spot again. Just about to jump in the water, but I thought if anyone watched the chats with me and Jason last week around anxiety, with it being Mental Health Awareness Week, he spoke about a technique called body scanning. So a couple of times throughout the day to scan your body for how you're feeling emotionally, how you're feeling physically, and any physical feelings like that you may have as a result of your mood or anxiety on the day. So I thought I'd do it on film as part of Mental Health Awareness Week, and it might help some others sort of around the concept, because it's something I've never done, so I'm going to have to sort of learn it a little bit as well, I think. So any questions, stick them in the comments below. So looking at today and yesterday, so physically, how did I feel? Well, let's do emotions first. So emotionally, I think my main feelings were fear, was scared. I felt that there was a lot of things that were outside of my control, and though I knew they were outside of my control, I wanted to find a way to bring them back in. I had real imposter syndrome, and I'll talk about that a bit more maybe when I talk about the sort of thoughts that were going on in my head. But I had real imposter syndrome about Dudes and Dogs, about what I'm doing, about the plan for the next 6-12 months. So they're all pretty negative thoughts. There weren't many positive ones or sort of emotions going on yesterday. There wasn't any sort of yesterday any feelings of pride of what I do or what I achieved throughout the day. But this morning there is a bit more of that actually. When I reflect back on yesterday and what I did and how I did it, there is a feeling of achievement and pride. There's a slightly calmer feeling. The anxiety is still really high, but there's a slightly calmer feeling and an ability that yesterday I kind of had to make myself do things. Today I just know I can. So that's some of the emotions and things that are going on. In terms of a physical thing, well, my anxiety, I've said it before, is very physical. I'm a big believer in just how closely the gut and our mental health are linked. And it's something which I want to learn a huge amount more about actually and study in depth, because when my social anxiety started, it began with throwing up and being sick in situations which triggered it. Today it still manifests in a very physical way in my stomach. Without going into too much detail, I thought it was pretty much normal to have an upset stomach for about 15-20 years every day, you know, just thought that was the norm. So in terms of the physical feelings, yeah, my gut is the big one. I feel it in my gut. I feel sick, and as a result I don't eat. And I don't eat, so I don't feel I have much energy, and I don't have much energy, so I don't feel I can get stuff, and the sickness just gets sort of more and more strong. So for me, that's the physical feeling. It's sickness, it's sadness. It's never been that far away from tears. It's kind of like my chimp, my inner voice. I can hear it cranking up and ratcheting up. And yeah, I think, yeah, if I was going to describe the physicals, it's a sickness. It's in my gut. And it also sort of lets itself out with tremors as well. I get very shaky, I get a really shaky hand, and if I actually think and process about it, my hand goes crazy. I can literally throw coffee everywhere. So that's the more sort of physical, how it appears, and how things have been over the last couple of days. And then the final one was talking about my inner thoughts and what's been going on. And I've said before I have a lot of negative self-talk, but what I'm also very good at, because I've had to be for a very long period of time, is talking to my chimp and that self-talk voice, and sort of calming it down a little bit. So I've got ways and means of dealing with that, but my self-talk was very much imposter syndrome, feeling like, do you know what, I put so much time and effort and money into Dudes and Dogs, and feeling a bit unsupported, feeling sorry for myself, and I kind of just wanted to, this sounds really weak, but I kind of just wanted the guardian angel to come and say, "Here you go, Rob, look, there's the money you need to get Dudes and Dogs where you need it over the next 2 years, and take all that stress and worry away." And that's an unrealistic wish, but it was what was on there, so it's important that I say it out loud. So that was sort of how, so from looking at my emotions, feelings, it was scared, fear, sadness. My physical, it was sickness, it was poor gut health, illness, and physical trembling. Though today those have calmed down. And then in terms of my inner voice, it was negative self-talk. What it was as well, and I don't know if anyone else gets this, is my brain will rush and throw as many things as it can into my thought pattern. Sorry, Mally's just sat waiting for the ball. It will throw as many things as it can into its brain, as many negative thoughts, and if I manage to talk it down from one, it will throw another one in to get me worrying about that. And that was what was happening a lot yesterday. I didn't have, my brain wasn't giving itself a chance to shut down and switch off. But I did some steps to help with that. I did some mindfulness, I did some meditation, I did my cold water, I came here and did the exercise, and then I tried to get an early night as well, which I mostly succeeded in. So there we go, that's the check-in, that's the body scan. I'm going to do one each day, as I say, because I think as part of anti-anxiety week, of mental health awareness week. And so I'm going to kind of introduce it as well to my day-to-day. So yeah, that's everything. I'm going to get in the water because it's lovely and warm. Peace out.